There are a lot of words to describe what it's like when you step into OASIS International for the first time. Busy, noisy, maybe even a little chaotic. But it's also friendly, joyful, and deeply hopeful, which goes a long way in transcending the linguistic and cultural barriers faced by newly arrived foreign refugees, many of whom recently escaped Afghanistan with little more than the clothes they were wearing.
Since we've been here in this building, we have helped people from 50 different countries, right here in St. Louis.
In 2021, OASIS International celebrated 15 years of welcoming and supporting refugees who settle in St. Louis. Founders Mark and Joni Akers are former pastors who felt called to leave St. Louis and spent years serving the needs of people all over the world.
I think when you leave your country, you go to another culture, it just opens your eyes. You know, the culture's different, but we're all so much the same. And it also makes you appreciate what you have here in the United States.
But after serving all over the globe, it was a tsunami cleanup mission in Sumatra that led them to an unexpected place: home.
I came back with dengue fever, and so it's called bone breaker fever. It's not a good thing.
Incredibly painful, dengue fever has no vaccine and is much worse the second time around. So the Akers began to look for ways they could serve closer to home. And that's when they began to realize just how enormous the refugee community was in St. Louis.
We know what it's like to be in a foreign country and be scared.
Right.
And need help. One day I went and visited an Ethiopian family here in St. Louis, and I walked in the door and it was just bare hardwood floor. There was no furniture. So I called Joni on the way home, I think, and I said, we gotta stop traveling and we gotta start taking care of these refugee people when they come.
So Mark bought a U-Haul, convinced his friends to donate their gently used furniture to this family, and so began OASIS International. Collaborating with the International Institute to identify new refugee families and assess their needs, OASIS not only provides a house full of furniture and other necessities like clothing and cleaning supplies, but it also provides community through events like baby showers and monthly barbecues.
They are at their most vulnerable time. You know, they don't know what's going on exactly. They're learning. They are lonely, especially the young moms. They don't have their support system here. They don't have their moms here, their aunts. Sometimes the men go off and get a job, which is great. The older kids go to school. And if they don't get out and learn English, they can't even help their children with homework. And then they feel like the outsider in their family. When we do have English class here, we watch the kids, you know, we pick them up, and so they begin to build friendships with each other and then with the Americans.
The very foundation of OASIS International is the Christian faith. So how do they build connections with the many refugees who hold very different beliefs?
We're not ashamed of the gospel, and we are who we are, but we accept them and validate them, love them right where they are and what they believe. And then it's wonderful to have conversations about it. Find that bridge, find those things that are the same. That was freedom for all of us.
Then it's not a religious thing,
Right.
It's a relational thing.
In addition to English, OASIS also offers citizenship classes, both of which are vital to long-term success.
We have been to so many naturalization
Yeah,
ceremonies.
that is so-
It is
everybody
so
should go.
wonderful.
Everybody
Yes,
should
everybody
go.
should go to one. You know, these people are so brave and resilient, and they want a new life. They want their children to have a new life.
OASIS also hires many of their clients, providing an important stepping stone as they develop job and language skills in a familiar environment. Himat, whose identity has been withheld to protect families still in Afghanistan, delivered furniture for OASIS until he felt ready to apply for a more skilled, better-paying job.
Actually, today will be my last day in OASIS. This is life. Everybody should bring changes in his life, you know. And so that's why I work here. I got a lot of experience.
But he still plans to continue to help fellow Afghans navigate the challenges of resettlement.
Families from Afghanistan, I help them, I'm happy for them because they are safe, their life is safe here, and as much as I can, I will help them.
Please, these two cars is volunteer.
Arabic coordinator Hadi Mata was also in the same position as the people he now serves.
I am from Egypt because that I feel what them feel.
One of his duties is to help coordinate the fresh produce giveaway. When COVID struck, OASIS developed a delivery system.
Through the pandemic, we give food boxes every other week. It's delivered. Our volunteers take it from here and deliver to the home.
And this turned into a chance for refugee families to form relationships with American volunteers.
We delivered to the same 6 families throughout the last 2 years, and so we've become friends with them. And many of them have, invited us in for tea, and it's really fun.
With the recent influx of Afghan refugees, it was vital for organizations like OASIS International and the International Institute to collaborate.
So we're working together to make sure that we're not duplicating. We're working together for the refugee family. And
so we can serve them better.
Yeah.
Another valuable partner has been Community Carryout, which recently gave Samim Afghan Restaurant a grant to provide OASIS clients and staff with hot meals.
We have some coconut curry chicken, some beef kebab, and the Afghan traditional rice, which is called kabli palau. They're such an amazing organization. They're helping the refugees, and in particular, they're helping Afghans, whom are expected, about 1,000 of them.
Samim co-owner Qayyum Mohammed remembers all too well how rough the start can be.
When I first came in 30 years ago, it was really difficult. If you don't know anybody, just try to find your way and acclimate it. It takes some time. So we want to make sure that process is really convenient and easy for them. OASIS International and International Institute, and also the Pakistani physician. This is like a unilateral effort, how we can combine all the resources to make sure that, when they come in, we're ready for them.
But for OASIS, that doesn't just mean providing the physical necessities.
We want to give the things that they need, but we also want to connect with the people. We want to hear your story. This is history.
Many of the Afghans have special immigrant visa or SIV status, which means they helped the U.S. military in the war against the Taliban.
We want to honor them the same as we honor our own veterans. They laid down their lives for their country and for us too.
Our U.S. military really couldn't accomplish what they needed to do without them.
Right. American Marine that we're working with sponsored 73 Afghan soldiers that he worked with. So this is personal for these American soldiers that served in Afghanistan. These are people that they actually know. For the city of St. Louis to be welcoming, that's really healing. They've been through checkpoint after checkpoint, people intimidating, they're worn out.
Love the neighbor around you, because everybody needs it.
For Living St. Louis, I'm Kara Vanninger.